Good morning, Judge, ladies and gentlemen. We, the proposition team, stand strongly for the freedom of choice for the people and for better alternatives that help the less privileged. We believe that this motion does exactly that. Firstly, let us clarify that the motion clearly refers to individual workers, which brings us to the different needs that each individual has. Waiving labor rights in exchange for pay need not be a permanent decision. We elaborate how this will look like for the government. What a motion looks like to the government is a flexible model that provides autonomy to the workers, allowing them to choose when they want to waive their rights and when they want to take them back. We believe that workers should continue to have safety nets like whistleblowing platforms and labor unions to flag potential exploitation of labor by companies and mitigate harms that this motion may bring. The onus is on opposition to prove that providing such an option to individual workers will bring them significantly more harm than good. We as today's proposition strongly support the choice of workers to waive their labor rights when necessary. Such flexibility brings motivation to workers as their work matches their current needs. It benefits the less privileged who often require multiple jobs to meet basic needs. Now on to my substantives. Firstly, allowing workers to waive their labor rights is in fact respecting human rights. This is because everyone has a choice to choose according to his circumstances. For example, if the worker is a wife that is able to look after the family, the worker may decide to work on his off days to earn more money for his family. Such waiving of labor rights is not permanent. When circumstances change, the worker can withdraw from working on off days anytime. The responsibilities in the household are chosen and tailored to the family and are able to be matched with the work arrangements offered to the individual. Consider this especially for a multicultural workforce that celebrates different holidays. For a worker that is obliged to rest because it is a holiday of another religion, it's akin to denying his choice to work when that holiday bears no significance to him. This is also significant for less privileged workers who need more income than rest days. Secondly, rigidly enforcing fixed labor conditions for all workers is like a one-size-fits-all solution in a world with multicultural and multi-social economic conditions. This is because different workers have different needs at different points of their career. This point is significant for society to progress. We must consider every worker's need and aspirations. In addition, not all workers have the same capacity of labor. The choice now lies on the worker who will determine and the company support them free from government. Thirdly, consider the needs of the less privileged. Ensuring that they have this choice allows them to earn income legally and in a way that they are familiar with and need not switch skill sets or force themselves to work in jobs that they are not keen on. Currently, less privileged workers are forced to take up labor-intensive or menial jobs to make extra income for their families. They may even turn to illegal means of earning money. Thus, giving this choice allows legal means of extra income and providing the less privileged with more options in their career, instead of forcing them to compete with the better off. It is inclusive of their needs, and we are the side who stands for their needs. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all these reasons and more, side with us. We are the side who cares for the people and believes in giving autonomy to the people. The motion must and will stand. Thank you.
Okay, so in this speech, I'll be providing a model firstly, and also I'll be providing one argument with two subpoints, and in the end, I'll be rebutting to the opponent's argument. Firstly, model. We believe we want a world where workers can't change your life with your money. You can have additional pay from work rights, work nights, shifts, but you cannot change your labor rights with money. The entirety of the opposition bench will emphasize that you cannot trade your life with money. Yes, if they work night shifts when they want to get money, but the bosses cannot explicitly say, I will give you money if you give up your labor rights. That is just completely incorrect. My first argument will be that labor rights covered a fair wage and a good environment. Also, the time is crucial for the labor. So overall, we want a better health and the better rights for the laborers. It is not we can't just justify the trade of life with rights with with rights and money. So life and rights are definitely more important than money. They can't just work and harm their health and just to give up their rights in order to get more money. Subpoint A will be health. Labor rights are legal protected time. Labor rights are legally protected and ensure the well-being of workers. Every day people work very hard, night and day. If you get money from the work overtime and other people see you get more money, they will also do it too. So overall it will be a bad cycle. And people will work too long and they will trade their family time, their hobbies just for money, which is a bad impact on their physical and mental health. Impact, they need to be safe and have a healthy body in order to work and not work overtime. A good physical health and mental health, as I have stated, is very crucial to the people. So definitely it's more important than money. And even though people work overnight, not only it will harm their mental and physical health, also the heart attacks might occur, which harms them badly. When they
POI, ma'am.
work hard during night, and before I finish on my point, I'll accept that POI.
So, you said, how can you make sure that these workers they don't find other jobs? So currently you're denying them the freedom to waive their working rights, right? So if you deny them the to waive their working rights, then what if they go find other jobs? This can strain them more. Anyways, we already said that we allow them to take back their rights at any.
I never said that they will not get to work overtime, but they're just not going to get to paid. We are allowing that, but we're not letting them to go to pay because or else people might copy them and it's gonna go in a bad cycle. Moving on to what I just said, that is that when they work hard during night, the efficiency of when they work in day will decrease. When they are working during night and they feel tired in the morning, their efficiency will decrease. So not only that, when they're working in day, it's not efficient, and also in night they're sleepy. So the efficiency will decrease, and it's a overall bad cycle. Now moving on to rebutting my opponent's argument. Firstly, they talked about they should get extra income for their family in order for them to improve. But we are saying that the extra income is actually bad for their health. So we never can outweigh the fact that health is more important than income. So for all these reasons, I'm so proud to oppose.
Ladies and gentlemen, opposition says that allowing individuals to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay brings more harm than good. However, we strongly disagree. In this speech, I'll prove to you how allowing individual workers to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay encourages productivity and meets a more diverse range of workers' needs. Let me start my speech with some rebuttals. The first opposition has said that while workers could take up additional shifts like the night shift, they should not trade life with money and they have no rights to waive their money. But however, through this point, you're encouraging workers to burn out and work beyond their capacity without even reaping additional benefits. Clearly, our model cares more for the welfare of the workers. The first opposition speaker has also said that life and rights are more important than money. However, with this point, you're contradicting yourself by using the model of taking up night shifts. You are not putting their lives first. You're encouraging them to go into overtime and not take care of their health and bodies. The first opposition speaker has also said that they could trade family time and hobbies just for money. They have said that this model is for individual needs. Opposition is not listening and generalizing all individuals as the same. Only individuals who think that they need the extra money will waive, and this is because other pressing needs in their lives that their hobbies cannot cover. On to my substantives. My first point is that allowing individual workers to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay would encourage productivity. This is because the opportunity of extra pay would drive employees to work harder and be more engaged, as financial pay is an extrinsic motivation. When workers have the chance to receive additional pay, they will be greatly encouraged to work harder, complete tasks more efficiently, and remain more engaged in their roles. This extra compensation could also be seen as recognition of their effort and dedication, which gives further encouragement for the workers. It aligns workers' financial incentives with their work performance, creating a more motivated and driven workforce. Take, for example, a scenario where workers are motivated by financial incentives to meet or exceed their performance targets. In a production environment, workers could increase output by working longer hours, knowing that the more they produce, the more they will earn. This point is significant as it shows that our model opens up the possibility for greater flexibility in how people work, leading to a more adaptable and personalized work environment for everyone. Now to my second point, elaborating on my first speaker's point. When industries allow people to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay, they are meeting a more diverse range of workers' needs, and this can in turn attract a wider range of talent. This is because different workers have different priorities. Some workers may not need many working holidays, or they may want more financial benefits from the job. Let's have an example of this. A worker who has no dependents and is pursuing a short-term financial goal may choose to forego certain benefits in favor of increased pay. But a worker who has many dependents but enough caregivers at home may not need parental leave, as what he needs more is money to feed his family. This point is significant as many people in our world have diverse personal needs. Take, for example, industries like technology or other creative fields. In these industries, people may prioritize financial incentives to fuel their passion projects or invest in their skill development. Thus, it is good to be taking a step towards catering towards everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, won't you want flexibility in your choices at work? Won't you want the choice to either earn more or rest more? In conclusion, allowing individual workers to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay encourages productivity, and when they do this, they are meeting a more diverse range of workers' needs. This can in turn attract a wider range of talent. For all these reasons and more, side with us, the motion must stand.
This speech, I'm going to give our second substantive argument and then do some refutation. So our second argument is that allowing individual workers to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay could negatively impact workforce morals and productivity. When workers agree to give up their rights, such as safe working conditions, paid leave, or overtime pay, they may initially feel like financially secure due to increased pay. However, this arrangement can lead to significant dissatisfaction over time. Workers who forego their rights might experience negative consequences, including poorer health and safety conditions, increased stress, and a burnout, and much more, right? These issues can contribute to lower job satisfaction and a sense of unfair treatment, especially if the promised pay is not sufficient to compensate for the loss of important protections. As workers feel more dissatisfied with their working conditions, their overall morale can decline, leading to disengagement and decreased motivation. Low morale often translates to reduced productivity. Employees who are unhappy or stressed, of course, are less likely to perform at their best, which can affect the quality of their work and the efficiency of the organization. Additionally, the high levels of dissatisfaction can lead to the increased, absent rates and turnover rates, further disrupting operations and incurring additional costs for employers related to recruitment and training. In the long term, this erosion of a workplace moral and productivity can create a cycle of decline, right? And a negative cycle, as our first speaker said. Organizations with, disengaged employees may struggle to maintain competitive performance and may face challenges in attracting and retaining top talent. Therefore, maintaining labor rights is crucial not just for protecting workers, but also for ensuring a healthy and productive work environment. Now move on to refutation. So the argument is mainly about how you can get the money, and when you get the money, you can support their family, and that will be their main priority. However, this is not just a debate about their family, right? This is also about themselves. This is also about labor rights. This is also about workers' labor rights as a whole. Just take the example of someone famous, let's say Martin Luther King Jr., okay? Probably that he knew that he would get him and his family in big trouble or killed because he stood up for their rights, right? It might not be the best for the family, but he is still considered a hero. Why? Because he stood up for rights. He is a hero. The proposition side is just making more of a bias in these kinds and creating they can't even have working rights. Also, second layer of analysis, that it has actually a negative impact on family well-being despite what they say, because we actually explained it in our in both our argument, right? Because when they have stress, when they have burnouts, when they have poor health, they can't work that efficiently anymore. And when they can't work that efficiently anymore, it could lead to financial instability and periods of illness, injury, or unemployment. And that doesn't cause anything good on family well-being, right? You have to consider the problem through long-term health and long-term benefits instead of just short-term gain, right? While additional pay might offer immediate financial relief, the long-term consequences of waiving labor rights can outweigh these benefits. Compromising on rights such as health and safety protection, paid leave, like job security, can lead to increased risk of injury, illness, or financial instability. For example, workers give up like paid sick leave might face economic hardship if they fall ill, ultimately undermining their ability to support their family over time. So, Judge, their argument might work in the short term, but what do you consider when you give a ballot, right? You consider the long term. You consider what actually happens in the long term, because that's actually what matters the most, rather than short-term gain. Rather than short-term gain. So what we actually want is long-term economic stability. What we actually want is more rights and the emphasis of rights for workers. And for all these reasons, just if you care about the rights for workers, please vote for our side.
Good morning, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. My two previous speakers have sufficiently proved why side proposition takes the debate. Let me continue with the case and highlight how the opposition has been wrong in their arguments. I will start my speech with some rebuttals. The opposition has said that they should let everyone have labor rights as it is part of their rights and everyone should have them. Even if this is true, we are allowing them the flexibility to choose whether they want to waive their rights. This can benefit the less privileged as they have lesser money and so they can work longer for more money that they need. However, if the opposition refuses to allow them to waive their labor rights, then they are forcing the less privileged to hold multiple jobs at once. This will increase their labor and stress levels as compared to allowing them to work extra hours by temporarily waiving their labor rights. Although they might say that they could do overtime or hold night shifts, they are contradicting their own point, as they have already said that one should not trade their life for money, as my second speaker has already said. Next, the opposition has also said that this allows the employers to exploit their workers more easily. This is not true. We have already repeatedly stated that we are allowing the workers the freedom to take back their rights at any time. It is just that they will get less extra pay. Furthermore, if they are exploited in any way, we have an act, as we have stated in our model, where the workers can voice their concerns in case they are being exploited. Next, the opposition has said that they want the workers to have a good physical and mental health so they should not be exploited. Even if this is true, we've already said that we will allow them to take back their rights at any time if they feel that they are being exploited. This means that the opposition is not listening to either of our model and points. Next, the opposition has stated that no thank you. The opposition has stated that workers might experience bad health and bad morale. They also said that the workers might feel dissatisfied. This is not true. We have already stated repeatedly through points, POIs, and rebuttals that we will allow them to take back their rights at any time. Furthermore, my second speaker has already elaborated about how being able to waive their labor rights at any time might increase their morale and productivity. This shows once again that opposition is not listening to our points. On to the clashes that have occurred during this debate. The opposition has said that they should allow everyone to have labor rights as it is part of their rights and everyone should have them. We have said that allowing workers to waive their labor rights is in fact respecting human rights, as we are giving them the freedom to choose according to their circumstances. This clash is about whether allowing workers to waive their labor rights is a right or not. We believe our point is stronger as we feel that we need to give our workers the freedom to choose. If the opposition continues to deny them the right to waive their labor rights, then they are forcing the less privileged to take up extra job, which is a form of discrimination against them, and not giving the fundamental human right to choose. Next, the opposition has said that waiving labor rights will cause long-term harmful effects to workers because of stress, dissatisfaction, and burnout. We have said that allowing workers this choice will increase their productivity and motivation. It is a flexible arrangement that benefits them according to their situation. This clash is about whether waiving labor rights will bring more harm to the workers in the long term. We believe our point is stronger as we have stated that waiving these rights is only temporary, according to the situation that the individual workers are in. It will not be a permanent change, which negates the long-term harms that opposition mentioned. It only promotes better mental health, breaks, and financial gains through their own choices. This concludes my speech. Stand with us. The motion must and will stand.
So in this speech, I'm going to give like two main classes and then explain our model. And also, before doing that, I want to say something. The opponent think that like everyone is equal, but you can live in a utopia where everyone is equal. Like the rule isn't that simple. But they also says that some worker need money. This is why they will not take it back, and also they will not quit it. So now we're on to clashes. So our first thing I want to say is that modeling. I think we believe that the opponent is not listening to our model too, because our model already told you that the workers can, if the workers are tired, they can go back and then also like rest too. But the judge cannot, no, not the judge, the boss cannot say like, I will give you money if you give up your labor right. We are saying that if the workers, like if they work night shift when they want, they can give money. But if they are tired, they can go home. We are free. Like they are free. We're not saying that they need to work for like 4 hours in the night or what. We didn't say that. But the boss
POI,
cannot...
sir.
What? POI? Okay.
POI, sir. You said that the workers can go back at any time. It is the same for us. We have repeatedly stated that the workers are free to take back their labor rights at any time.
No, you can't take back your labor right. Like if you are in night shift, you can actually like go back wherever you like, and the judge will give you the money. Which if you have night shift in 1 hour, the boss will give you money. But you cannot take back your labor right because you are like, the boss already said, I will give you money if you give up your labor right. It's give up your labor right, so that you couldn't take it back. And now we're on to clashes. Our first clash is about like they said about money can like help them live, but judge, think of them. They are putting human life down with money. They are first thinking of money.
POI, sir?
No. So they are first thinking of money, but not think of human life, because they says that labor right, and the boss maybe let them work for so many hours that like as our first speaker says, there's going to be so many diseases they can get if you are working for so many days, and that's going to be very bad, isn't it? So you're putting money above human right. Judge, make this choice: human life or money. Of course, someone will going to choose to save human lives, and that's very important.
POI, sir.
No, I'm not going to accept any POI because I already accept one. Sorry. So that means that like money will not help them, but also destroy them. Now we're on to our last class, which is should you change your life with your money? So we believe on our side you should not change your money, and the opponent think that don't know why the money is quite important, and like this is your life. Like people can just live once, but they couldn't live twice, isn't it? If you're wanting so many money, like even if you're poor, but they can still enjoy your life. They like if you are changing your labor right with your boss, that's going to be impossible. You're going to work maybe every night, and then like every time, and then you are going to be very tired every day, and you are not going to have a good, like not living so good. So that means that you will not have a good life, because you exchange your life with money. Like, because if you give up your labor right, the boss will give you money, but you all got diseases, or you all got heart attacks, or what. One, you are working for so many nights with so many hours. So just let me summarize what we've proven to you in my speech. First, our model so send that they're not listening, because we already told you that like they can go back or when they're in night shift, and you cannot get back when you are actually making these labor right and exchange with boss with money, so you couldn't get back this. And second is like money couldn't help them. You first enjoy your life because they're putting money upon their like human lives. And last, like you shouldn't use your life with your money. It's not justified. So for judge, please vote for our side.
Judge, what's actually the most important clash in this entire round? The most important clash we tell you is firstly the rights of workers, and secondly health. Money is nothing compared to the rights of workers, and money is nothing compared to a life. They also said that all of our impacts doesn't stand because they can take it back. I like to take a few seconds to refute this. Individual workers don't have enough power to take it back, but even if they do, they literally said in their speech, some workers, their priority is money and to support their family. Of course, they want to support their family, right? But they want money, and if they want money, then they will probably do it because they love their family. They love their family, not they love your family. They love their family, and so like they won't take it back, right? They just want money. You said that itself. They can't take it back. They can't just take it back because they feel like, oh, I'm exploited. They'll be like, oh, I'm exploited. However, I just want to help my family. Like that's what actually going on. You have to consider the question realistically. Now moving on to the clashes. Firstly is the rights of workers. like their side by default, according to the motion, is just going to ignore the labor rights of workers, and that's like obviously not morally right, right? Like you can't just ignore rights. Like as the example I've given you, Martin Luther King Jr. probably knew that he would get him and his family killed, but he still stood up for his rights. That's what's considered a hero. What are they doing? They're acting like cowards, and they just like they don't want to stand up to like they're just promoting bias. They're promoting no rights, right? And that's obviously wrong on their side. The second main clash is health. The health is going to decline in the long term. Like money can't help. Like money is nothing compared to health. And health, why is it nothing compared to health? Health, when you decline so fast, you die, and then you only have one life, right? Money you can always take back, make back, but health, there's one life, you die, there's no life, and it's definitely not good for you and your family, right? So for all these reasons, if you actually care about labor rights, if you actually care about lives, please give the ballot to the con.
Let me sum up my team's points and show you why the government wins this debate. Firstly, I would like to note that the opposition's model is contradictory with their own points, and they also think that workers should be able to take rest anytime they want to, which could inspire an unproductive work culture. They also say that we are promoting no rights when we're actually giving workers free will by giving them the chance to trade their labor rights for extra finance, and also they can reverse it at any time. Our side says that allowing workers to waive their labor rights is in fact respecting human rights like free will, and rigidly enforcing labor conditions for all workers is like a one-size-fits-all solution in a world with multicultural and multi-social economic conditions. We also say that allowing individual workers to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay would encourage productivity. When industries allow people to waive their labor rights in exchange for additional pay, they are meeting a more diverse range of workers' needs. This can in turn attract a wider range of talent. The opposing team says that life and health are more important than money, so they should not waive off their rights, and raises concerns about dissatisfaction, negative health impacts, and burnout from waiving labor rights, and that allowing workers to waive rights should result in difficulty retaining talent. The opposition argues that workers should not be allowed to exchange labor rights for money, citing the importance of life and health. We believe that while life and health are indeed paramount, our proposition emphasizes the freedom of choice. We believe that allowing workers to make their own decisions respects their autonomy and acknowledges that some individuals may prioritize higher earnings over additional benefits. The opposition raises concerns about dissatisfaction, negative health impacts, and burnout from waiving labor rights. However, we have already stated that they can retract their labor rights at any time. Even if labor rights can result in minimal concerns, it is also important to consider that increased income and the ability to choose can lead to enhanced motivation and productivity instead of dissatisfaction and negative health impacts. The opposition also claims that allowing workers to waive rights could result in difficulty retaining talent. However, offering compensation options can actually help companies attract and retain a wider range of talent. The opposition also argues that labor rights ensure a fair wage. While ensuring fair wages is crucial, we already state that waiving labor rights allows for additional income options that can address immediate financial needs and go with personal priorities. In conclusion, the ability to waive labor rights offers significant advantages like flexibility, financial stability, and talent management. For all these reasons and more, we believe that we take this debate. Side with us, the motion must and will stand.